given me the opportunity to address you on the tragic events of Cyprus. My community, which has suffered more than 800 dead or wounded in a matter of 2 months, will be most grateful. 20,000 of them have been rendered homeless or workless and look upon charity for their living. The whole Turkish community has been living under virtual Greek siege since 21st December 1963. All these people have been following the deliberations of your council with anxiety. The fact that you have consented to hear their side of the story will be a great relief to them, and I thank you once again on their behalf. I have followed the long deliberations here with some anguish, Mr. President, because every hour which has passed in argument, invaluable argument, has meant to my community either another lost life or some more people rendered homeless. Each day for them has been another day under siege and under terror. But I was relieved to find that the consensus of opinion in this council is to bring the bloodshed in Cyprus to an immediate end, to find means of doing so quickly and effectively. On this point, may I say, Mr. President, that the guarantor powers under the treaty, which has been the subject of attack in this council, could have done this conjointly, quickly and effectively. But the Greek Cypriots did not want it, as this would be a disservice to their cause. They wanted to do away with the treaties and with the constitution. While innocent Turkish women and children were being killed or wounded, Archbishop Makarios, in complete disregard of all that was going on in Cyprus, refused to have an immediate peacekeeping force in Cyprus offered by the United States, by the United Kingdom, Greece and Turkey to be dispatched from European countries. While all this was going on in Cyprus, the representative of Archbishop Makarios in the United Nations tried twice under the smoke screen of invasion by Turkey to get a resolution from the Security Council in general terms on the inviolability of the integrity and independence of Cyprus. The intention was to get such a resolution hurriedly and then to interpret it in their own way and be able to declare that the treaties were dead and of no effect, and that the guarantor powers could do nothing while the Greeks destroyed the constitution and annihilated the Turkish community. Mr. Kyprianou has asked the Council, is it conceivable, is it possible that the Greeks should contemplate the annihilation of 100,000 Turks? Well, it will take some time to complete the extermination of 100,000 Turks. But may I say that it is not necessary that all of us should be killed. It is sufficient if life is made impossible for us in Cyprus, and that is the object of the attack on us. I have listened very carefully to the speeches delivered several times by Mr. Kyprianou. My conviction is that they do not want a peacekeeping force in Cyprus. This conviction has been confirmed by the speeches I have heard from him. Mr. Kyprianou has confined his endeavors to leaving the killing of Turks in Cyprus by what he called the security forces out of focus, and to blaming others for those events, while attempting to get the very resolution which Mr. Rosidis had twice before attempted to get from the Council under a false alarm. Mr. Kyprianou has said that if the shadow of the treaties which brought about the Republic of Cyprus was removed, then tension would be eliminated in the island and all would be well. To prove his point, he has mentioned that since the day this matter has been before the Council, the fear of invasion by Turkey has diminished and therefore the tension has been reduced, and there have been only isolated incidents in the island. For persons, Mr. President, who have absolute control over the Greek gunmen, be they called security forces or not, such statements are easy to make. It shows that they have given orders to their gunmen to lie in wait while these proceedings go on. Under the guise of isolated incidents, Turkish villagers have, however, been under constant threat and isolation. Turks have continued to die and mysteriously vanish. Guns and ammunition are still rolling in. Turks are still stranded and under siege. We know the pattern of these machinations. We saw them in the years of 1955 and 1958. Each time the Cyprus case came before the United Nations, the Greek terrorists, under the same leaders they now enjoy, either pulled the trigger or waited, according to orders. Mr. Kyprianou has said that if the resolution which he seeks is not forthcoming, then the root of evil will continue to be there, meaning that tension will rise and bloodshed continue. I feel sure that this Council will not be blackmailed into an irresponsible action or one-sided resolution. I have absolute faith as to that. It is very significant, Mr. President, that Archbishop Makarios, on the 18th February 1964, had this to say to a correspondent of UPI. I don't think, I quote, I don't think a larger peacekeeping force on Cyprus is necessary. If the Greek Cypriot resolution demanding guarantees against aggression is adopted by the United Nations Security Council, the need for a peacekeeping force will be eliminated.